Hafa shipmates. I'd like to take a few minutes to provide Joint Region Marianas another update on the pending Department of Defense furlough, and to talk to you briefly about another action that CNIC has just announced. A planned reduction in force, or RIF, across the CNIC enterprise. This is not a Navy-wide RIF. It only impacts those within the Navy Installations Command enterprise. But first, an update on the furlough. By now, all civilian employees not exempted from furlough should have signed a Notice of Proposed Furlough letter, which explained that 11 furlough days are proposed to be taken between July 8th and September 30th. The 10-day period to respond to the notice is over, and as long as nothing changes, the plan calls for the decision letters to be distributed no later than July 5th. If you believe you're going to be furloughed and have not received a proposal letter, please talk to your supervisor, chain of command, or the HR office immediately. As I mentioned in my podcast a few weeks ago, this furlough and recently announced RIF are not about performance. Your dedication, hard work, and contribution to our mission accomplishment are recognized and appreciated at all levels in the Department of Defense. This is strictly a fiscal decision brought on by unparalleled budget pressures faced by the department. You are all valued employees, and I recognize that by furloughing the civilian workforce, we're asking you and your families to make financial sacrifices that our men and women in uniform are not being asked to make. I know the reduction in pay will be harder on some than others, so over the next few months, it's especially important that we watch out for and take care of each other during this difficult time. As many of you know, the Department of Defense is facing a $30 billion shortfall, and the Secretary of Defense has asked all the services to reduce their budgets. Although CNIC has cut back dramatically on a lot of programs, things such as training and facilities maintenance, it hasn't been enough. As a result, CNIC announced that it must conduct a force reduction of 745 civilian billets from across the CNIC enterprise over the course of the next 6 months in order for them to meet operational obligations and future requirements. I'd also like to emphasize that a billet reduction doesn't automatically translate to job loss. Joint Region Marianas has worked very hard over the past 2 years to create an organizational structure that can meet mission requirements, yet remain within the fiscal and organizational restraints placed on us during these fiscally trying times. Our efforts to create a smaller workforce through natural attrition and careful planning has put us in a position where we anticipate minimal, if any, impact to our local workforce. It's important for me to stress that the decision to conduct a RIF has not been made lightly. CNIC is using voluntary separation incentive payments and voluntary early retirement authority offers, as well as a civilian hiring freeze to reduce the impact of this anticipated RIF. Unfortunately, these tools alone have not reduced personnel costs to the level needed to meet funding shortfalls for CNIC as a whole. When we started this dialogue last fall in the shadow of sequestration and fiscal year 13 budget reductions, we knew there were rough seas ahead. I understand that news of a RIF only compounds your anxiety, but I want to assure you that DoD leadership understands these difficult decisions have a significant impact on your lives and livelihood, and on your contributions to our mission success. I ask for your patience and continued support of our mission and each other as we continue to work together through these challenging times. Additional information and answers to frequently asked questions about the furlough are available on the web at www.opm.gov. If you need personal assistance during this time, I highly encourage all civilians to utilize the Civilian Employee Assistance Program, otherwise known as CEAP, and the resources they provide. The number to CEAP is 1-800-932-0034. Again, 1-800-932-0034. Or you can pick up a CEAP trifold and business card at the Human Resources Office. If you'd like to talk to someone locally, my Human Resources Office is ready and willing to help. and they can be reached at 349-4063. Thanks again for all you do each and every day, and have a great day.